Yes, hi, good evening to each and every one of you. Good evening. Yes, I hope I meet you guys well, in top form and in good spirit. Yes, I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, I'm going to go back onto the studio. Today is obviously a Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday today, Sunday, the 23rd day of the very, very first month of January 2022, the year of punishment, the year that a lot is going to happen. Good evening, guys. The time in London is exactly 18:04. I made sure I started streaming exactly 6 o'clock. I've cut out a few of the intros because we want to go straight into the meaty part of what we have to discuss. I'm afraid some people will have to probably miss and rewatch the broadcast at some point in time from the beginning. Yes, we are going into hashtag the bleeding edge episode 144. Yes, it is episode 144 of our usual series, The Bleeding Edge. Welcome to the stream, guys. Yes, the temperature currently in London is 6 degrees Celsius. Today, Sunday. Let's hope it's going to get a little bit warmer. Now, let's see who are in the studio. Adeshomoju Akinboye. Yes, that name is now permanently there. Yes, you're welcome to the stream. James Coker, you're welcome to the stream. Yemi Fuluke, welcome to the stream. Alaja Fulake Alawiye, welcome to the stream. Steve Osage, welcome to the stream. Yes, Steve Osage, you'll love to watch the stream on YouTube. Wow, a very good evening to you. Yemi Fuluke, yes, good evening to you. Yeah, nice one. Nearer to God. God first in everything that we have to do. Daranijo Juan, yes, you're welcome to the stream. Guys, I've had to block certain people watching the stream that I believe were friends, but they are enemies. I've blocked them for some reasons, because I have a feelings and I carried out an in-depth investigation into that person that actually slammed me, the Yahoo big man that slammed me. I think I know who that Yahoo big man is that slammed me with an infringement copyright order with Facebook that was nothing to do with stealing somebody else's intellectual property rights. And if I have to use certain materials, I do give video credits. Timmy Kingswell, good evening. Yes, we're going to dig it a little bit rough today. It's going to be a little bit rough. You heard. Very, very, very rough. It's going to be rough and it's going to be brutal and at the same time nasty. Share the stream, guys. Let other people hear this gospel from this end of the dispatch box. You don't have to be. Some people are really dying to have this wealth of information at their own personal disposals, but some cannot, because obviously they've never heard about this wealth of knowledge coming out of this stream. I want to start by first saying that money. Have you ever seen a situation whereby money can buy money? Have you seen that situation? Money buy money, with the exception of you want to change your pound sterling or US dollars or your euro or some of the world's strongest currencies into, maybe if you travel to a shithole country like Nigeria and you get huge sums of money, because the money they spend in that part of the world is as useless. In fact, the toilet paper is even far better. The toilet paper that you use to wipe your bums when you go carry out that business in the latrines is worth more money than the shithole naira that they spend in that shithole country, decapitated nation called Nigeria. See, money does not produce money. Money can buy money, but money does not produce money. Money. Have you heard anywhere or any part of the world where they tell you specifically that money produces money? Money can buy money, but money cannot produce money. Money produces vision. And I'm going to prove this to you today. Now, let me take you through some terrible journey. And this journey will keep beaming this journey across time after time. We'll repeat it many times. Let me assure you, because this lot, all of them, they are the bane of the problems in that shithole country called Nigeria. The bane of the problem. Now, why I want to prove this to you, that money produces vision. I'm taking you on a different journey. Now, that man called the late Alhaji Aminu Kano was a Nigerian politician. And he said before he died that Nigeria will know no peace until the son of a nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. All them lot produce a decapitated experience to which you became this way, you became this way. And for me, my own part of that contribution to the 60 years of misrule from the United Kingdom presents a clear evidence why there is a need for the British Parliament, the British institution, the British government to begin the process, the democratic process to break up Nigeria immediately, either through a referendum rather than conduct this next election. Let Westminster tell Nigeria, put up a referendum, let the people decide if they want to be part and parcel of an expired Nigeria that they fraudulently created. See, I'm going to take you through a different journey, because when I saw the fact that Nigeria was bleeding, not many people were able to see what I saw over 20 years ago. And I was bleeding. I was bleeding profusely inside, because I saw the fact that that country in 1999 was bleeding profusely. Because guess what? 1999, things should have turned around. From the 29th of the 5th month of May 1999, when Obasanjo took over power, we were in a better position to turn the tide around. Rather than turn that tide around for a prosperous nation. This was what they created and I envisaged at the time. Not pool of blood, but Nigeria was in a deep red ocean of blood. This was the way I saw it. From a 30 years recklessness. That was exactly what I saw. But other than the fact that this came after, all this came after, and what you are looking in front of your screen. What if that baby girl whose leg was ripped open apart by bombs, shrapnels from the bomb during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's time, would they have done something to that? Nothing was done. See, these people, all of these heads without any clue of how to govern, talk less of having a vision to build a nation, they tend to forget this is how they will end too. I will end that way too. They will end that way. And they tend to forget that some of them with a 50% good deed might meet their Waterloo clear down 6 feet below. And some, this is exactly what is waiting for them, 6 feet below ground. Make no mistakes. Make no mistakes. Money does not produce money. Money produces vision. My mother used to tell me as a child that owó la fi ń pe orí owó. You use money to find money. You can use money to find money. Bí a bá dẹ̀ ṣe fi owó yẹn pé orí owó, àti wá mú owó yẹn àfira ayé torí kíni kí ẹ̀mí wa kó bá lè gùn. You use money to find money, and when you use that money to find money, you use the same money to buy the world so that you can have a long life. I want to take you through one journey today. Now, look at this. This journey will start from here. It will start from there. There. You can see how beautiful that train is. I'll tell you. And these are the interior of this train you are looking at. Not just one, a handful of them on this line. This line that this train will start plying is the 86.6 miles Abu Dhabi to Dubai rail built by Etihad. That's the interior, that's the inside. That's the inside of the train. That is the inside of the train. That is the inside of the same train. That is the same train you're looking at. And you're looking at that inside. Inside. And guess what? Your rogue, hopeless and ruthless politicians are not ashamed of themselves. That when they come over to England, no security, nothing, but you find some of them like this on the tube. Have you ever seen that picture before? You look at them. You know who that person is. See, can you imagine Rochas Okorocha? Rochas Okorocha, when he was governor of Imo State, catching the tube in London, but he never built one in Imo State. And the moment you see these moronic elements arrived either Lagos airport or Abuja airport, whichever airport they flew in from, security, all their security apparatus would be at the foot door of the aircraft. No security, nothing here. Walking like an ordinary man in London on the tube. You can clearly see from that was the front carriage of that tube, because you can clearly see the door to the driver of the tube. Rochas Okorocha. Would you ever believe Rochas Okorocha will ever catch the train? We're coming back to this. Not that I want to provoke you guys, but keep dropping your comment, because if I should go through your comments, it will take us away from the reasons why we are here. And I'm going to start. Should I first of all start with no, let me first of all start this. I've entered into this one, so let me start this, and I'm going to bring in the very first video clip for you guys. I clearly made those clip up, and they are quite fantastic. I call this Dubai versus Nigeria in 50 years. Did you hear that? Dubai versus Nigeria in 50 years. Here we go.
Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce vision.
Let's start
Visions produce money.
Let's start this all over again from the beginning. Let me start it so that you hear from the beginning. Here we go.
I don't know how you did this in 50 years. You look at history. Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You've had leadership over here that were visionaries, great visionaries, and their vision was more about the people than the money. Because
about the people and the money.
50 years without loving your people first, because the people are the ones that's benefiting from this. Look at your health care. Look at your road system. Look at your highway system. Look at your airports. Who does this in 50 years?
Who does this in 50 years?
Benefits. You're going to care about those people. It's something to be learned about what's been done over here that could be duplicated in the world, because there's people with this much money. You just don't have people with this much love for their people.
Awesome. I made this up, guys.
If you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right or wrong?
Did you hear that?
When you have a true leadership, which we have nothing, but we have everything because we have the right leadership. That's the only thing you need, a right leader for your country, not corruption.
From Dubai. Over the past several decades, Dubai has increased in size and area several times. It grows up to the skyline like a bamboo grove, doing it so fast that Google Maps can't keep up with the pace to add new places. Now, Dubai looks like a large, continuous construction site where work goes without stopping on day and night. These guys work like hell. Statistically, every fifth lift crane in the world is located here in Dubai. So just in case you're a crane operator, I believe I've just found a job for you. You get a feeling that the local authorities just don't know what the word impossible means. See, this is the Dubai Water Canal.
2.5 years ago, this canal didn't even exist. The site was full of some buildings and traffic junctions. But all this construction were very quickly demolished. The canal was dug, the ferry was launched on it, and now it is an additional way to get around the city.
Now it all looks like this. A bit later, we'll see how it all looks at night. Believe me, it's worth seeing. Over the past 20 years, 1,344 high-rise buildings have been built here. Of course, it's fewer than in Hong Kong and fewer than in New York. But just wait for it. In Dubai, real estate property price is steadily growing. Apartments.
Nigeria. Same. Watch it. Who does this in 50 years? Don't forget the money, the revenue Nigeria made from oil was nothing compared to UAE. Nothing compared. And I'm still coming back to that. That's exactly what you're getting in 60 years. Share it, guys. Share the stream. It's going to get worse. Share it now. No water, no fire service. Ado Ekiti 2021.
As you can see,
61 years of hardship, misery.
The crowd are helpless. This is beyond their control. It's beyond their control. As you can see, people discharging their wealth from up here because they don't want to cut in the Pipano. As you can see, look at it from a distance. Ado Ekiti, the capital of Ekiti State, is on fire.
See that?
Look at the incident. Look at the escalation of the fire. Look at the escalation
I made this up, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm saying this. This was my own production.
Look at what people are doing here. Look at it. Let me show it. See what they are doing. See what they are doing. Everywhere is on fire. Everywhere is on fire. Everywhere is on fire. I don't think it's on fire. I don't think it's on fire.
Share it, guys.
I spread to the other part of the road.
And this was one of the few clips that brought real salt tears to my eyes. This brought real salt tears to my eyes, guys. Yes, the last clip brought real salt tears to my eyes, guys. Who does that in 50 years? Who? See, you see them? See them? Go on! When he was a military junta, remember, once boasted to the world by saying money was not Nigeria's problems, but how to spend the money. Money. I am quoting Yakubu Gowon word for word when he was a military junta of a decapitated nation, to which he further managed to break it up from the three regions of Western Nigeria, to which out of Western Nigeria, Midwest was created out of a referendum. Eastern Nigeria and Northern Nigeria broke those four regions down and then created his own 12 states. That man, number 4, that ruled Nigeria from the 1st of the 8th month of August 1966 to 29th day of July 1975, made it public that money was not Nigeria's problems, but how to spend the money. He never spent the money to educate Nigerians, despite the fact that the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and I can authoritatively confirm, begged him to please educate the Nigerian children. Did Gowon listen? No, sir. Let him challenge me today. If those were not history that were recorded against him, and a crime to many Nigerians. Crime to many Nigerians because Gowon refused to do the right thing, to build infrastructures, to educate, bring everything up to world standard. That's why these guys are not comfortable with me. Now, I think I need to, that camera is showing me blurry stuff, and I think I need to correct that. Now, I want you to please listen to this tape. See, in 2022, let me get you this tape. 2022, I want you to please listen to this. It's coming. And I don't really want this to crash now, because it crashed earlier on as I was preparing the stream. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So we've got it now. Now, guys, let me see if I've got the rolling tape. Where's the rolling tape? Yeah, this is the rolling tape that I want. Okay, let's do it this way then.
To talk to Vice President Professor Yomi Osibanjo, and if I had the honor to talk to Senate President and all the governors across the 36 states of Federation, there is one thing I would like to tell them, and that one thing is to make basic education free. Yes, I mean completely free. Have we ever asked ourselves that despite the fact primary education is free and compulsory in this country, the number of out-of-school children is still embarrassingly high? Or have we taken time to ask that with all the efforts and different programs put in place by the government, we are yet to see the bigger results we desire? I think the answer is not far-fetched. It is because primary education is not completely free and is less attractive. The associated costs of education like registration fee, uniforms, textbooks, shoes and bags, and even transportation are obstacles to free education. They are too expensive for many families. Kudos to government though for giving free meals to some schools. That is one of many things we need from government. My definition of complete free basic education includes lifting of registration fee, provision of free uniforms, shoes and bags, provision of free textbooks, provision of transportation. For example, school bus services for children whose houses are not within walking distance. All this plus free meals will attract poor children to school because a lot of parents can still not afford them. One may think, how much are those things cost that they cannot afford them? Can we do a simple calculation? Good. The cost of registration fee and uniform combined together for a child to be enrolled is 6,000 to 7,000 naira, depending on the school.
She came with her funds. You see?
2,000 naira.
Correct.
To mention textbooks, notebook, and even transportation. We all know that all fingers are not equal, but let the government try this strategy, and there will be a massive reduction in the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria. I know it requires more funding and additional classrooms and teachers in order not to reduce the quality of education given to these children, but it's all worth it. Finally, what if everyone sees it as a social responsibility to train one out-of-school children? What if government considers giving free basic education by provision of free uniforms, free shoes and bags, provision of free textbooks, provision of transportation services? What then would happen to out-of-school children in Nigeria? Remember, education is every child's holy years. It must not be desecrated by anyone. Thank you.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That moved my heart. See, you guys are not sharing this. See? Education. Education. That was, I had to produce an MP3 of that tape because it was a video that was streamed live on Brekete TV. So I will have to give Brekete TV that video credit for me to use that material as after converting it into an MP3 to use for educational purpose. Damn lot. Would you like us to go into some of those areas where education is in complete shamble in a country that is an act of shame to the world. Let's see what. Yes, I've got many of them here. Let's go through this. Yeah. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Arosa Primary School in the heart of Benin, Papa Road. I'm here this morning because I came to park my car at the compound and I saw some children, so I thought maybe it was an abandoned school. Only for me to find out that it's a functional school and kids are actually having class. Right now they are in break. As you can see, it's raining and this is a class where people are taking children are taking lecture. In the right in the heart of Benin.
61 years.
Something like this is not good. This is not good at all. The government has to come to the rescue of this school right now because this is appalling. This is really.
Did you hear that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Okay. Now, let's see this once again. Listen to this once again. Steve Harvey. Okay, let me do that once again. Let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back in. Or should I do it this way? Yeah, let me even bring it in from the. Yeah, let me bring it in here. Yeah, let's bring it in here. Yeah. Yeah, let's bring it in here. We can get more. Yeah, let's bring it in here. Watch this once again. You see how decapitated in 62 years classroom is in Nigeria. It is the same all over. Make no mistakes. Either Lagos, Ibadan, Ekiti, Akure, Potiskum, Kotangora, or whatever. It is the same. Make no mistakes. But these moronic elements, those moronic leaders, they failed. But then the UAE, within the same 50 years, created a paradise on the surface of the planet. That was why I ask, money does not produce money. Money produces vision. Money, you can't see money producing money. You can use money to buy money. Money does not produce money. Money produces vision. That was why Steve Harvey had this to say.
I don't know how you did this in 50 years. You look at history. Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You had leadership over here.
Money does not produce money. Money produces vision. Let us begin to ask the one, whilst he made money, and he said money was not the problem of Nigeria but how to spend it. Why can't Gowon, from his time as a military junta, gave Nigerians decent ways of living. Rather, I'll tell you exactly what Gowon created. Gowon created the Udoji money. How many of you have heard of Udoji money? Have you heard of Udoji money? Google Udoji money. That was what Gowon created in the 70s. And that's why a lot of them are not comfortable with the stream. They're not comfortable. You heard that small child begging the government to at least give them a good, decent education, because every child on the surface of the planet is entitled to a good, decent education. Every child on the surface of the planet is entitled to a good, decent education. Now, let's look at what Dr. Miles Monroe, one of my favorite pastors, had to say.
Don't ever believe that a politician is a leader. Don't ever believe that. Because the system that we have produces politicians. It doesn't produce leaders. And so you can have a politician who knows nothing about leadership and he's leading you. Politicians are concerned about the next election.
The next election is happening.
That's why they cannot be leaders. But leaders are different. Leaders are concerned about the next generation.
You see that?
I want you to compare those two thoughts the next time you have a politician come to your house wanting to vie for your vote. Just ask him, what is your vision for my children? I will sit and listen for 20 minutes for you to tell me what it is.
Let me bring that. You heard that from Dr. Miles Monroe. Guys, drop your comments and make sure you share the stream. Yes, I'm coming back to all your comments. Just keep dropping them. 6-year-old child in 62 years of independence, still begging. Ruthless Nigerian politicians, begging ruthless Nigerian politicians to educate, to please educate them. And then listen to what this moronic element had to say on WAEC in 2023 if he's elected. Listen.
My commitment to women's folks. Women's folks.
Your president, my commitment to women's folks. Maybe I am mistaken. Let me do it this way. No, hold on. Let me do it this way. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let me do it this way. Please, I want you to please listen very carefully. Women's folks. Please listen very, very carefully. The man who wants to be your president in 2023. You clearly heard a 6-year-old on Berekete TV presenting her case live on TV without any scripts, offhead, intelligently. Now, here the moron, the scumbag who wants to be your president in 2023. Sail away with me and listen to Shangodele speak.
My commitment to women's folks has always been since I was a senator, then a governor, and fight poverty.
You see? Fraud.
Because in Lagos State today,
fraud.
Whether you are a body roaster, a corn seller,
body roaster,
how poor you are, your children must go to school. Yes. In addition to that, we are the only state.
The children must go to school. The children must go to school according to Shangodele. Children must go to school. Abeg, Shangodele, ọmọ mélòó ló rán lọ sí school gbà tó jẹ́ governor Lagos State? School mélòó ló kọ́ ńgbà tó jẹ́ governor Lagos State tó rule Lagos State fódìdí ọdún mẹ́jọ? Sọ fún wa. Hospital mélòó ló kọ́? O kọ́ school, o kọ́ hospital, o rán ọmọ kankan lọ sílé ìwé. So ìgbà tó wá fẹ́ jẹ ààrẹ tó lérò pé o fẹ́ wá jẹ ààrẹ, o wá fẹ́ lọ fẹ́ bá wọn san owó WAEC tó bá ti gbé yín wọlé, tó bá ti gbé ẹ wọlé, oríporí ẹ ò pé. Orí ìwọ tó ń pè ní Shangodele yẹn, orí ẹ ò pé sẹ́. Because tí orí ẹ bá pé ni, ó yẹ kó ti yí ẹ wípé ṣé àwọn ọmọ tí o lọ fẹ́ sanwó WAEC wọn ó máa take tó bá tiẹ̀ débẹ̀ ní 2023 àbólérò pa àwọn moron àbí àwọn tó ń ṣá igbó bíi titi ẹ ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Amúgbó bíi titi ẹ ló lérò pé ó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní Shangodele. Ó débẹ̀, ok, àwọn kan máa wà ní secondary school form 5. Wà ní òkè ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sanwó wọn láti gbà yẹn lọ. Nígbà tó bá débẹ̀ ńkọ́, àwọn tó máa wọ form 1 ṣé junior secondary school náà pè sí ni? I don't know, but in my own time it was form 1 straight up to form 5, and then form 3 you decide whether you want to study the sciences or the arts, or you want to study both the arts and the sciences together combined. Form 3 you choose your own future and your destiny, because from then on your career starts. Our parents, nígbà tí tèmi, they paid for my WASC and my GCE ordinary level. They paid for it. They bought books, yes. There was tuition fees at the time. They paid tuition fees. Primary education, yes, free and compulsory. Secondary school, not free. Until 1979, when the UPN controlled states implemented the free education at all levels from primary school right up to secondary school. And for your information, under the UPN controlled states, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún rán Shangodele ní ká tún rán létí dáadáa bóyá lérò pé àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ lòun bá sọ̀rọ̀ àbáwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ tó kó tira tí wọ́n ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ nǹkankan láti question ẹ̀. At least lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilé Èkó ilé tó ti jẹ governor tó ti jẹ gómìnà Baba Jakande ruled ń bẹ̀ o. And when Baba Jakande ruled Lagos as gómìnà, secondary school education was provided free, textbooks provided free. And Bishop Bain Soroi, Donioloni, in the history of publishing anywhere in the world, the UPN controlled states' free education policies in southwest Nigeria, right up to Bendel State under Ambrose Ali, was a world class. It's gone into the record of history and history of publishing. I want to study publishing since they are reading it as history, because they provided all the textbooks. Not one secondary school, in every secondary schools across the whole of the UPN controlled states. Shagari was unable to produce. Shagari, who was the president that was rigged in by Obasanjo with the 12 to 3rd malady, could provide free education. The UPN states don't provide ní ilẹ̀ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Láti primary school the secondary school, àwọn ọmọ ò sanwó léèwé, wọn ò sanwó òwe. Nǹkan táwọn òbí kàn fún ọmọ wọn ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn màá sọ fún yín, torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe ń sọ eléyìí ní Yorùbá. Sorry for those of you that don't understand Yoruba that are my non-English speakers. I will try and interpret that in English. Wọ́n sanwó léwe o. Nǹkan táwọn òbí ń ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn òun náà ni wípé wọ́n máa ra uniform fún àwọn ọmọ wọn, uniform school wọ́n máa rà, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa fún àwọn ọmọ wọn ní owó oúnjẹ tán máa fi jẹun ní ilé ìwé. Responsibility àwọn òbí nìyẹn. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much, Mike. So why tí Awólọ́wọ̀ tó ṣe implement ẹ̀ ní gbogbo UPN control states tí program yẹn dẹ̀ wà successful tó wà successful ní káàkiri gbogbo Èkó, Ògùn, Oǹdó, Ọ̀yọ́ àti Bendel state. Not one school, not two schools. Gbogbo iléèwé pátápátá mọye gbogbo. And gbogbo àwọn iléèwé pátápátá, all these schools that implemented, and let me tell you the beauty of the free education in UPN controlled states in the southwest, in Yoruba land. It never discriminated against anybody anywhere you come from Nigeria. So long as you are inside Lagos state or any of those states, they don't want to know whether you are Igbo or whether you are this or whether you are Hausa or whether you are Fulani. You will get the same education that everyone will get. No discrimination. They don't want to know whether you are a Fulani man or whether you are Hausa or whether you are Kanuri man or whether you are Efik or whether you are from you are Igbo. No, sir. They educated everyone so long as you are a Nigerian and you find yourselves in those states. As opposed to the elections to which Ọba of Lagos àti Bọ́lá Tinubu tó ní tí wọ́n bá dìbò fún ẹni tán bá fẹ́ pé káwọn ọmọ Igbo Èkó kán lọ jump into the Atlantic Ocean. What a whole load of nonsense. Bọ́lá Tinubu sọ bóun ṣe máa educate àwọn ọmọ yẹn o, tó máa provide education fún wọn tó máa fi ka ìwé, ó lóun máa sanwó WAEC wọn. Ẹ rí pé 419 ni, ṣe ẹ ti rí pé 419 ni máa yẹn, ṣe rí pé bàbá ńlá ìyálàyà jàgùdà òun ni Ṣàngódélé, òun ni Yẹ̀kínì, bàbá ńlá jàgùdà bàbá olè ó fẹ́ wá jà yín lólè ni o. Olè ní Ṣàngódélé, Yẹ̀kínì Ṣàngódélé ló fẹ́ wá jà yín o. ẹ tún gbọ́ tape yẹn. ẹ tún gbọ́ tape yẹn. Number one, bó tiẹ̀ ṣe kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tape náà ó kọ́kọ́ ta ìbọn lọ, ẹni tó fẹ́ rúlù yín nìyẹn o. Ó kọ́kọ́ rí bàbá yàrá ìyá ìbọn, ó kọ́kọ́ rí lọ. Women's folks, ó kọ́kọ́ rí ìbọn. Listen.
My commitment to
Women's folks
has always been since I was a senator.
Ole.
And fight poverty. Because in Lagos State too,
JBO Ṣàngódélé, JBO Jaguda Baba Ole.
no matter how poor you are, your children must go to school.
ṣé ń gbá wọn wèrè.
In addition to that, we are the only state that started the fee of WAEC made by the government.
You hear all this moronic, you see?
No matter where you come.
You hear them? You hear them? Did you hear them? You hear them? You hear them? Fraud. J. Ṣàngódélé, JBO. Jaguda Baba Ole. Ṣàngódélé. I told you guys that it's really going to get a little bit nasty and murky. And I mean it. All of them. All of them. Not good. In a contraption called 369. The code secretly vibrating. 1960 to 2020, 60 years after independence. All what they've given you in that 60 years is this. This. Bearing in mind what Aminu Kano said when he was alive, a former presidential candidate in 1979 under the People's Redemption Party. Nigeria will know no peace until the son of a nobody can become somebody without knowing anybody. Is there peace in Nigeria today? No. What they, all these people that claimed they are your leaders, leaders without clues, leaders without vision, what they've created is oceans of blood. And that is clearly demonstrated all the way from Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's period in this. He was there too. He took over mantle of leadership from the 5th of May 2020, and then he was pushed out on the 29th of May 2015. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. No peace. All those happened during his period. And that. And this. Let's look at this. Look at this. And this too. Look at that. Rotimi Amechi. Not ashamed. No security. Nothing. They can ride and pay their fares on the tube in London, but they cannot replicate their experience here back in their home country. Look at this. See, I tried as much as possible to even compare Dubai Airport in 1991 with Lagos Airport in 1991. Look at Dubai Airport, top left, and then bottom left, Lagos Airport in 1991. And then look at Dubai Airport, that same airport in 2021. And then look at your own Lagos Airport in 2021. Look at this. Dubai police. You can see some of the world's top performance cars in the hands of the Dubai police. You can see a police force that is well manned and well managed. Look at the police station. Look at the qualities of the Bugatti and the Ferraris and the Aston Martins in the fleet of the Dubai police. They got this in 50 years. But then, look at your own police in 50 years. Dubai police versus Nigerian police force. Dubai police, they created this in 50 years. In 50 years, look at how your police officers look. Look at, again, UK pensioners on the right. You see the way UK pensioners on the right live after they've worked and they've served the country they loved so riveting with all their hearts. But they're still moaning, they're still complaining. And look at the Nigerian pensioners on the left. That is how all these moronic elements treat their own pensioners. Or this one is how they treat them. These leaders, all of them combined, they treat your pensioners like this. You see them queuing in front of the governor's house and in Bodilon to beg for scrums, and those that attempted to go into Alausa, which I recorded below at the bottom on the left. You see, they're all dying. Just because they are clueless and they don't have any vision and they don't love their people. What about this? Top left, the Nigerian Fire Service, as I recorded in 2011. That I took the picture in 2011, and I took the picture of the London Fire Service. To the right, compare and contrast. Don't let us even go to Dubai. Let's go to the same people. You see, the same structures, fire station that the British constructed before they left. They gave you independence. That was a world class. You can see similarity between the London Fire Service and the Nigerian Fire Service. They look very similar, but look, That building was never upgraded or demolished to pave way for a new modern. Have they even got no fire engine? Now at the bottom, look at the class. This is how they educate your own children. No chairs. Look at this, the filthy state of the education. Look at how the British educate their own children. The difference is clear, isn't it? Lagos in 1960, and that was the entrance to that was Ogba. That was the gate, the entrance to the University of Lagos in 1960. Lagos in 2016, underneath Lagos in 1960. Lagos in 2012, and then Lagos in 2021. Under Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. That president that detonated bombs left, right, and center. And then Dubai in 1991, Dubai in 2020, Dubai in 2021. And then look at the quality of the train that they've managed to create within the same span. A high-speed train from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, 86.6 kilometer stretch, and it has cut journey time by half. And the interior of the same plane, of the same train, look as if you are in an aircraft. Look. And that moron is not ashamed of himself. Rocha's not ashamed of himself. That's why they hate me so much. Let's do this again, and then let's get nearer to God. in times of sorrow, in times of affliction, the only person we can turn to is God. Yes. In times of sorrows, in times of afflictions, we don't have any other choice other than to get closer to God. Yes. I know most of you are really, really angry. I'm going to take all your comments. I promise. Yes, guys, just drop all your comments. And make sure you share the stream. Now, 50 years. I played you a tape of a 6-year-old that appeared on Barakate TV begging your ruthless politicians, the likes of all those useless Dino Melaye that amassed the fortune that should have been spent on hospitals, building schools, world-class schools and everything. And then you will find somebody else who is now promising you Hope 2023 like he's Abiola's stuff of Hope 93, showcasing àwọn ọmọ olè, àwọn ọmọ jàgùdà, àwọn tó ń jí owó yín. Ẹ tún wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pariwo Délé Mọ̀mọ́dù o, Délé Mọ̀mọ́dù o. Ẹ rí pé orí gbogbo yín ò pé. Ẹ rí pé ní ẹ̀yin gọ́ngọ́, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pariwo àwọn wèrè wọ̀nyí ló yẹ kán lọ treat for mental health. I'm not scared of anyone, because had all these moronic leaders did the right thing, I wouldn't be here sitting accusing them, cursing them. I'll never do that to any British politicians. I'll never do that to any prime minister in this country, because, listen, their responsibilities to their citizens is well taken care of. If anything is wrong right now, if I phone my local MP's surgery to tell the secretary I want to see him, they will book me an appointment to see my local MP. It's not done in that decapitated nation called Location 9. Maybe you haven't seen it. Let me take you back again through this, because this is breathtaking. It is breathtaking. Watch this.
How you did this in 50 years. You look at history. Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You've had leadership over here that were visionaries.
Visionaries.
Great
Visionaries. Great
and
visionaries.
their vision was more about the people. than
About the
money.
people.
Because you can't accomplish this in 50 years.
No! 50 years
loving your people.
without loving your
Because
people.
the people are the ones that's benefiting from this. Look at your health care. Look at your road system. Look at your highway system. Look at your airports. Who does this in 50 years? But who benefits? You're going to care about those people. There's something to be learned about what's been done over here that could be duplicated in the world. Because there's people with this much money. You just don't have people with this much love for their people.
50 years. Who does that in 50 years?
If you're comparing with Nigeria, listen to this. Nigeria has oil before than Dubai. It's a history. They are more rich than us. They have agriculture, they have mining, they have everything, you name it, they have it. Am I right?
Is he lying? I bet you'll agree with me. He's not lying. He's not lying. He's not lying. Okay. Jesus Christ. Now, you'll be amazed. I showed you that Dubai, Abu Dhabi train stuff. Watch this.
In the future, people can travel from Abu Dhabi to Dubai in 50 minutes.
In 50 minutes!
Passenger trains. Join us as we go on board this inspection train to get a glimpse of what the passenger journey from Abu Dhabi to Dubai will look like.
Come on. The same Chinese, but they never took any loan from China.
Network, which aims to connect 11 cities in
11 cities.
From Silla near the Saudi Arabian border to Fujairah on the east coast.
86.6 kilometers stretch.
We started from Socio-Cultural in Abu Dhabi and are heading towards Dubai. We cross several culverts and bridges on the way and see workers leveling the ground.
You see that? See the quality of the rail. You see that?
The Dubai Industrial City and Al Maktoum Airport and reach the back of the site of Expo 2020 Dubai at the crossing of Jebel Ali and Habab Road.
This is a bridge you're standing on today, crossing one of the major highways in Dubai. Has been built and ultimately the tracks were laid and soon you will see trains running on those tracks.
The trains will offer a variety of seating segments. They'll be equipped with modern amenities including Wi-Fi, infotainment systems, charging stations.
You see the same train I showed you. You see the interior.
And an advanced air conditioning system.
Advanced air conditioning system.
Smart applications will be developed to allow passengers to plan and book trips.
You see that?
The journeys on this network will be very beautiful, where you pass through deserts.
Deserts.
You get closer to cities, developments, highways, where you could see all the buildings and the movement of people around you. It's fascinating.
Traveling from Abu Dhabi to Dubai by bus can take up to 120 minutes.
120 minutes by bus.
While it'll take only 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
At a speed of 200 kilometers.
Did you hear that? 200 kilometers per hour.
Abu Dhabi to Fujairah in 1 hour and 40 minutes. And from Dubai to Fujairah in only 50 minutes.
You see that?
Each train can carry about 400 passengers.
Each train will carry 400 passengers.
The number of passengers is expected to reach more than 36.5 million.
Did you see that?
Trains will cater to all people from different backgrounds as well as families, employees, businessmen and tourists.
You see, Chinese man, working in, you see, many of the top guys there are all UAE residents, children. You see that?
Traffic on the road.
Mind you, they're not stealing all the rail tracks. So
long distance.
They're not.
The rail network will
You see that?
extend about 1,200 kilometers across the country and carry
1,200.
passengers and freight.
You see that?
About 70% of the UAE's railway network has been completed as of December.
Did you hear that? No bribes. No bribes. Nothing. Nobody bribes. Nobody is bribing no one. Nobody. Chinese are not bribing the Arabs. The Arabs are not bribing the Chinese. Just come and deliver. And it is not just only the Chinese, but a combination of experts around the whole world. So that power is not in the hands of anyone alone. The British, they've got their own technology inside. The Americans, they've got theirs. The Germans, they've got theirs. So it is the combination of world superpower, so that that power will not be resident. So maybe the Chinese probably built the rail tracks before because of their advanced knowledge and everything, and then the technology probably is outsourced to maybe the United Kingdom, so that investment can go round the globe, because it is not tied around the Chinese loan. So the Chinese cannot dictate to them. They are the ones calling the shots because they've got the money, because he that's got the money dictates what he wants. Yeah. Yeah. You see that? And they'll think I am so stupid, or I don't know exactly what I am talking about. Who does that in 50 years, if not for the fact that you've got the love for your own people? Who does that in 50 years? And honestly speaking, do you think all these moronic presidents and military juntas that ruled you in the last 62 years, do they really love you? No, sir. And as a matter of fact, every black race, and I'm repeating it, don't know what the true meaning of those 4-letter words LOVE is. Because if they do, all these leaders will not subject their own citizens into hardship and the hell on the surface of the planet. If they love their own people, this will not happen to you, Lord. That will not happen. This will not happen. This will never happen. That will never happen. Dead on a stretcher. That will never happen. And guess what? Guess what? That will never happen. And to make matter worse, let me make matter worse. Your pensioners will never be subjected to such horrific experience. You don't have hearts. The black race, you don't have hearts. You don't know the true meaning of those 4-letter words, LOVE. You don't. You don't. Okay, let's take a quick nope at this.
Away from a whore is another serious threat at the Herdsmen access, and the inhabitants have capitalized on the situation to hold.
Captured by Channels TV. Look at 62 years. 62 years after independence.
Now, brother, me now come they say now. You know the short they chop. I beg me I come help us. I beg me I come help us because of the road now. Maybe because they say brother me I beg. Government I beg.
I've left Auchi since for like 3 hours now. I'm in Irekpe now. I still have about 2 hours drive before I get to Benin. In fact, it's really terrible. I just pray that government should please come and fix this road. It's really very bad. We are suffering.
"61, 62 years, now going 62 years. 62 years. This is what they don't want the world to see. Look at. There you are.
When vehicles get stuck, others have to wait behind them and then hope on these boys who apparently become their only way out of their nightmares.
I'm so unhappy with what is going on. I just went for a funeral and I'm coming back and we've been 3 hours on the road. This is horrible. I really think that the federal government should try and put an end to this. We had to come down from the vehicle to cross by road, like crossing a river. You understand? And it's muddy, slippery. I almost fell, if not the help of this man. It's horrible. Please, I really think that we should wake up to this. Wake up to this, please.
You see? I hope Mike Oye is still in the house. You see that? See that? See that? That's exactly the way they want you guys to live your life. Because Dubai is 1,000 years ahead of the rest of the world. And they've managed to do that in 50 years. 1,000 years ahead. Dubai. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's look at this so that you guys can see exactly how messed up the black race is. This was a 419 scam I got earlier on, and I thought you guys will have to listen to this. See, a scammer threatening the person that he just defrauded. Okay, I want you to please listen to this very carefully.
Bank, do you know how to remove your money? I deal with bank manager, not common.
Listen.
Bank managers, what bank managers deal with?
I deal with all the bank managers. No bank manager I can talk to.
Okay, no any bank manager you can't talk to. You efforts to be saying that, and you saying Nigeria is not good. How do you expect Nigeria to be good? See, Frank.
Nigeria is not good. Yes, so you have to head your bank responsible instead of you calling me and be talking to me.
I should head my bank responsible. My bank will teach you how to be fraud?
See?
Yes.
How my God?
How did I get your details? It's the bank that gave it to me. So
You see that?
I don't have problem. I don't have business with you.
My God, you still have the effrontery.
I will tell you the truth. Even you come with, I don't care, with battalions, I will still say it, and I will say it.
You hear that?
And moreover, they can't even come to my gates, not to talk of to when.
I can't come to your gate. You mean it?
For the full Nigeria, anywhere, the 36 states, you people are too small. Even Buhari is too small.
You hear that? 419 scammer.
You have the country to be telling me that in my own personal account, my money, you still have the country to be talking to me like that?
I didn't make a thing to your Wema Bank. It's your GT. I didn't even go to your Wema Bank.
You send the money to the Wema Bank?
Yeah.
You send the money to the Wema Bank and you're not telling me that I don't have the right to call you, I don't have the right to talk about my money? You send my fucking 6 million naira? Is it your father that did the work to me to have that 6 million?
Go and hold your bank responsible.
I hold my bank responsible. If let's assume that my bank is so careless, for an instance, you have the access, is it my bank that teach you and you say Nigeria is not, how do you expect Nigeria to be good?
I work with bank managers, young man. So I don't work with commoner like you. Bank manager, I will call them, they will give me code, I will give them their percentage.
You see that?
So you chop and chop.
Oh, you chop and chop.
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't just imagine.
The bank manager have percentages.
A whole commoner like you.
Arrest your bank.
Wait now, a whole commoner like you work 24 hours. Not fraud like you. Work 24 hours. Now keep money in bank. You now think that I'm not politician.
If I have politics, if I have if that is like I just consider you, I check your statements, okay, you receive 1 million, you receive it to something, you receive 151. I just check your statement, I pity you, I say
you hear this? Do you hear that?
I have to remove small thing. The bank manager asked me to remove
I have to remove small thing.
No, this is
bank told the fraudsters to remove everything, but he had mercy.
It's not your this is the least account I have even received for this January. So I don't understand why you are complaining. How much is 470,000 that I removed from your account? You are complaining. I removed 462,000 from your account.
Yeah.
I
you hear that?
2,000 to sub to do the job. Then the remaining 460, I gave manager 200,000. I collect 250, 50 for my boy, 60 for my boys, and 200 for myself. You need your money on club yesterday now. You don't know.
Ineka, you are funny. You're funny.
Ineka is the name showing for this thing, right? Don't go and arrest innocent soul because this thing also we work with MTN office. We work with bank manager. We work with
see, they work with MTN office.
If you want to cash somebody, maybe you might cash the priest or you cash the wrong person.
I don't care.
Don't work with innocent to suffer like you. Huh?
I can't just imagine.
Just be happy.
I should be happy.
Go to church and do Thanksgiving. That God has saved me.
God.
I will call you and pity you because you can remove the full money. If you doubt it, I will remove it. Do you want me to do it? I'm monitor your account 247.
I know you are doing that, but the account has been blocked already.
I show you all the recent transactions you did. I saw when money enter your account yesterday. That was now almost 1 million naira.
You see that?
Yesterday. So I just look at it and say, you are still manager. I don't want to remove this money. I don't want to waste sub, and that is why I just removed the 462. If you check it, I purchased card of 50,000 or 10,000 into 5 places into this thing. Do you know why I did that? Do you know why?
I don't know.
I want you to call so that I will explain this to you, but you just call, you are threatening with police or whatever. Police can come to my gate. No, soldier, I don't care where they are coming from. Yes, if they come for arrest, I'll settle them, they will go.
You see that?
No,
so we pay them, they go. So
no, Allah. This time around, you still prepare the way you are going to pay them.
Even if EFCC should come to his doors, he will say to them, they will go. And you think you love yourselves? And you think so? Politicians are ripping you apart. They are clearly messing your brains up Bola Tinubu clearly telling you fraudulently he will pay WAEC fees for your children. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yin ará bí. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ṣé all of these people, they tend to forget they will end up like this, each and every one of us. And the good ones will probably find their grave very peaceful like this. And the likes of Jaga Bandit, Shangodele, Yekini Shangodele, àwọn yẹn ń dúró díẹ̀ nínú sàárè o. Àwọn ejò dúdú tó máa ṣán òkú ẹ pa nínú sàárè wọ́n ń dúró dè ẹ́ o. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Àti 419 o, àti politicians o. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Tó bá yá ẹ sọ pé òyìnbó ni problem yìí, òyìnbó kọ́ ni problem yìí o. Tó bá yá ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kígbe, you start shouting, the British are your problems, the British are not your problem o. You can clearly see what UAE are clearly doing with money. British are not their problem o. Chinese are not their problem o. They've never borrowed any loan from any China. Wọ́n borrow owó, wọ́n yá owó, wọ́n yá owó kankan, wọ́n yá owó. Ọlọ́run ọba o. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká wo eléyìí, in fact kó tó di pa àti ẹ̀ ṣe yẹn, okay, a ṣì wà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Bọ́lá Jaga Bandit. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n nǹkan tí Balógun Èkó ńlá ti sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n nǹkan tó ń ná láti fẹ́ sọ.
Kí ni àǹfààní ìjọba tí èèyàn ní tí ó lè dáàbò bo àwọn aráàlú tí kò dẹ̀ lè dáàbò bo dúkìá ìlú? Kí ni nǹkan tí Lagos State Government ní pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá àti
ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n nǹkan tí ó ṣòdì tó ń sọ.
Ó yẹ pé wọ́n lè put end sí ìwà pálapàla tí wọ́n ń wù ní ìlú Èkó tí wọ́n ń da Lagos State rú. Ọ̀sẹ̀ kan ò lọ rí kí àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá kí wọ́n má jà ní at least àdúgbò kan nílùú Èkó àbí ní gbogbo Lagos State. Tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà wọn, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣára wọn, wọ́n para wọn, wọ́n tún wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní orí àwọn ará àdúgbò, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rọ̀bà àwọn ará àdúgbò, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí da gbogbo ọjà rú, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí da àdúgbò rú. Ìjọba Lagos State dẹ̀ jókòó síbẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ ń wò tí àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá, àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò tí wọ́n fi ń para wọn, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ń da ìlú rú ní ojoojúmọ́. Ìjọba Jídé Sanwó-Olú wọn ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí, wọn ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí títorí pé púpọ̀ nù àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n ń da ìlú rú yìí, àwọn ni wọ́n gbẹ́ wọn lẹ́yìn,
àwọn náà gbẹ́ wọn lẹ́yìn,
àwọn ni wọ́n kó ìbọn fún wọn, àwọn ni wọ́n kó àdá fún wọn. Kí wá ní nǹkan tó dé, àbí kí ni nǹkan tó wà ní àárín Lagos State Government pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá, pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ọ̀jẹ̀ka tó yẹ pé wọn ò lè put end sí gbogbo ìwà pálapàla, ìwà òṣì tí àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò àti àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá àdúgbò tí wọ́n ń dálẹ̀ ní ìlú Èkó, ní ìlú tó ní ọba, tó ní ìjòyè. Kí ni ìjọba Lagos State ń wò tí ó lè dáàbò bo àwọn aráàlú tó fi jẹ́ pé lójoojúmọ́ ọ̀sẹ̀ kan ò lọ rí kí àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò kí wọ́n má bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń jà sí territory ní oríṣiríṣi nílùú Èkó? Torí èyí tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn tí àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò àti àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá
State, this is Idumota. Sherry Idumota, right? Sherry Idumota, Leo. Sherry Idumota, right? Gbogbo Idumota ti wà close o. Kò sí wàhálà. Gbogbo Idumota ló sì ti iná sì ti ní o. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó lọ Idumota gómìnà Sanwó-Olú. Look at Idumota. Look at the road. Look at the Namdi Square. Look at it, Erékòrè o, Erékòrè láti rìn kọjá ẹ̀. Ṣé bá ṣe rìn nínú ìjayà? Ṣé rí gbogbo ṣọ́ọ̀bù títì? Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó wà títì wọn. Everybody ti close. Ṣé rí lọ́sàn-án kan ní Lagos Island? Ṣé rí ọkọ̀ tó ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo títì? Ẹ̀kọ́ ìbọn ti kọjá, gbogbo ẹ̀ ti kọjá.
Ní ọ̀sán gangan ní Lagos State nílùú tó ní ọba tó ní ìjòyè gbogbo Ìdúmọ̀tà, Tinubu, Tom Jones, Ereko àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ títí dé Apọ́gbọ̀n gbogbo marina òun ni commercial hub wa nílùú Èkó. Ó ṣe wá jẹ́ pé commercial hub wa yẹn òun ni àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò ní jẹ́ kí àwọn ọlọ́jà àti àwọn ará ọjà kí wọ́n ní ìsinmi tó bá bára wọn jà tán tí wọ́n para wọn. Àwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń rọ̀bù àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni, gbogbo àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni tó wá ṣòwò tó gbé owó wá wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń rọ̀bù àwọn ẹni ẹlẹ́ni, wọ́n nà wọ́n, wọ́n ṣá wọn ní oríṣiríṣi ní Lagos State ní àti Ìdúmọ̀tà títí wọ gbogbo Lagos Island. Ọba Rilwan Akiolu òun ni ọba ní ibẹ̀. Ọba Rilwan Akiolu dẹ̀ jẹ́ ex-police officer. Ṣé kò sí ọpọlọ mọ́ ni tí wọ́n fi ṣe ọlọ́pàá? Àbí ṣé wọn ò ní àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mọ́ ní inú ọlọ́pàá ni? Àbí wọn ò ní ẹnu láti fi lè bá ìjọba sọ̀rọ̀ kí wọ́n lo gbogbo ọpọlọ tí wọ́n ti lò ní ọlọ́pàá àti gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti mọ̀ ní ọlọ́pàá láti bẹ̀ wọ́n pé kí wọ́n jọ kó wá assist àwọn láti dáàbò bo àwọn aráàlú àti dúkìá ìlú tó fi jẹ́ pé ní ọ̀sán gangan àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá máa bẹ́ síta, wọ́n á kó ìbọn jáde, wọ́n á kó àdá jáde, wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fọ́gò ní gbogbo àdúgbò. Tó bá ti para wọn tán wọ́n wá fàbọ̀ sí orí àwọn aráàlú, wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rọ́ọ̀bù àwọn aráàlú ní gbogbo owó tí àwọn ẹlẹ́ni tí wọ́n làágùn fún, owó táwọn ẹlẹ́ni tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún. Àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá àtàwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò tí ìjọba gbẹ ní èyí, tí ìjọba kó ìbọn fún wọn, tí ìjọba Lagos State kó ìbọn fún wọn, tí ìjọba Lagos State kó ìbọn lé wọn ní ọwọ́, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí terrorize àwọn èèyàn ní àdúgbò. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yin èèyàn, ẹ béèrè ní ọwọ́ ìjọba Lagos State pé kí ni nǹkan tí wọ́n ní pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá, pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ agbèrò, pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò tó fi jẹ́ pé wọn ò lè put end sí ìwà jákujàku tí wọ́n ń wù ní àdúgbò. Àdèlà ní ọba, a ní àwọn olóyè ní oríṣiríṣi, a ní àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n ní oríṣiríṣi ní àdúgbò. Bàbá Musiliu Smith, Bàbá Musiliu Smith, Bàbá Musiliu Smith, kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ń wò? Ṣé ọpọlọ tẹ́ fi ṣe ọlọ́pàá tó ti kúrò lórí ni? Àbí àwọn tẹ́ mọ̀ ní ọlọ́pàá ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wọ́n mọ́ ni? Torí tí èèyàn bá yájú sí yín, ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa kó ọlọ́pàá tẹ́ fi máa lọ fi oppress wọn. Tẹ́ bá ń lọ sí patí, ẹ mọ̀ bí ẹ ṣe máa kó ọlọ́pàá àti ẹ̀yin èèyàn náà ní àdúgbò. Jẹ́ pé tí èèyàn bá bu yín lásán, ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lọ sáré du ọlọ́pàá. Ṣé ẹ wá ní ọpọlọ ẹ ní orí mọ́ ni láti lè dáàbò bo ara yín? Àbí ẹ mọ̀yàn mọ́? Tó fi jẹ́ pé pípa ni wọ́n pa èèyàn ní ojoojúmọ́ ní Lagos Island, nílùú Èkó, ní Lagos State, odindi Lagos State. Èèyàn lè rìn mọ́ ní àdúgbò. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá tí ìjọba Èkó láti orí Musiliu ọba Níkòrò tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó ìbọn fún àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá tó fi jẹ́ pé títí di ọjọ́ ìní ìbọn yẹn ò kúrò lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ ọ̀tá yẹn. Tó fi jẹ́ pé gbogbo slot tí ẹ ń fún àwọn ọmọ agbèrò àtàwọn ọmọ onímọ́tò fún iṣẹ́ burúkú tó bá yín ṣe, òun ni unit by unit. Ìlú tí ẹ̀ túnṣe wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ń sìn, wọ́n di dùgbòlugi sílùú, wọ́n ń jà sí slot oríṣiríṣi, wọ́n ń jà sí unit oríṣiríṣi, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń rọ̀bù àwọn èèyàn. ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin obìnrin ẹ̀yin ìyá ẹ̀yin àǹtí ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n òun ni mo ní bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí ti Ọlọ́run ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí ti Ọlọ́run ẹ pé àwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà yín ẹ pé àwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó bá tajà ẹ pé àwọn ìyá ọlọ́jà yín kí ni àǹfààní tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì kẹ́ bèrè lọ́wọ́ kí ni àǹfààní tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tí wọ́n ń já fún yín kí ni àǹfààní tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tí wọ́n ń já fún yín tí wọ́n lè dáàbò bò yín tí wọ́n lè dáàbò bo ọjà yín tí wọ́n lè dáàbò bo dúkìá yín torí ẹ̀yin obìnrin yìí náà ni wọ́n ń lò tí wọ́n bá ti fẹ́ dìbò wọ́n wá kó yín wọ́n kó àkàrà lé lọ wọ́n á gbé 5,000 naira lé lọ ẹ máa kọrin fún wọn ẹ máa kọrin tẹ̀lé wọn kí ni àǹfààní ìjọba tẹ̀ ń kọrin tẹ̀lé tí wọ́n lè dáàbò bò yín.
Thank you.
gbogbo ọjà làwọn ọmọkùnrin.
Thank you.
àwọn onímọ́tò gbogbo àwọn
Oṣòdì.
ni wọ́n ti rọ̀bù yín.
Thank you Oṣòdì.
tí wọ́n jẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn tajà tí wọ́n jẹ́ kẹ́ tajà ní ìrọ̀rùn ẹ pé àwọn ìyọlọ́jà yín torí àwọn ìyọlọ́jà yín ni representative yín.
Thank you Oṣòdì.
pé kí ni àǹfààní ticket àti kí ni àǹfààní ọlọ́jà tí wọ́n fi wọ́n jẹ tí wọ́n lè represent yín tí ìjọba ìlú Èkó ò lè dáàbò bò yín tó fi jẹ́ pé lójoojúmọ́ ẹ wo odindi gọ́fúnà Jídé Sanwó-Olú ṣe nǹkan tí a dà ní Èkó nìyẹn.
Yes.
gọ́fúnà tó yẹ kó dáàbò bo àwọn aráàlú àti àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó yẹ kí ó dáàbò bo àwọn aráàlú tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn donate equipment fún ní oríṣiríṣi.
Yes.
àwọn fún ní nǹkan ní oríṣiríṣi àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn wá dà ní ọjọ́ èní tí wọ́n lè dáàbò bò wọ́n odindi gọ́fúnà ní ìlú Èkó ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń pín ìrẹsì sí inú nylon.
ẹ máa wọ́n.
gọ́fúnà tó yẹ kó dáàbò bo àwọn èèyàn ṣébi tí ayàmàdélé kò nìyẹn ni.
ẹ wọ́n gọ́fúnà ó ń pín ìrẹsì.
ẹ wo lórí burúkú gọ́fúnà.
ìrẹsì ló ń pín yẹn o.
ó ń pín ìrẹsì ní 2022. ṣé báyìí yàmà tó nílùú Èkó nìyẹn ni tí odindi gọ́fúnà Jídé Sanwó-Olú arìndìn aláìní ọpọlọ mi ò mọ ẹni tó advice ẹ pé bí Èkó ṣe tó bí gbogbo Lagos State ṣe tó ìrẹsì ní inú nylon ni kí ó máa pín káàkiri ní 2022 kò ní yẹ yín kò ní yẹ yín tọmọtọmọ.
àmín.
àwọn èèyàn ń da àwọn èèyàn láàmú nílùú Èkó kò sí àwọn èèyàn ò lè tajà wọn ò lè rìn wọn lè fi ojú méjèèjì sùn olóyè burúkú gọ́vnọ̀ tó pèrè ẹ̀ ní chief security officer state kan ó wá ń pín ìrẹsì ṣé ìrẹsì lọ́rọ̀ yín kù.
Thank you jare Oshodi. Yes, hats off and my credit to you for being bold, Oshodi. Thank you so much. You see, when I said when I said it pé ẹ lérò pé àwọn wèrè yìí ṣán nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín ni ẹ lérò pé àwọn wèrè ten sáré lé ẹ lérò pọ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín fáfáfá foul wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín kọ́bọ̀ wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín kíni kọ́bọ̀ wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín ẹ má máa dùn ara yín nínú ẹ má dùn ara yín ní inú kankan wọn nífẹ̀ẹ́ yín now eléyìí ìgẹ́tàsíbè oní bó ṣe jẹ́ Buhari Muhammadu Buhari ó lọ sí he went to Kaduna State and going off to Kaduna State there was a fracas between the security operatives to the fake latex Muhammadu Buhari ṣe mọ̀ pé mo ti sọ èmi ti bá yín sọ pé Muhammadu Buhari ó kú and that gbogbo Muhammadu Buhari tó ń provide fún yín yẹn fake dodgy latex one ní in silicon So there was a standoff between the dodgy Muhammadu Buhari's security outfit and Nasiru El-Rufai's security outfit in Kaduna State. Wọ́n ní wọ́n commission project, gbogbo àwọn project orí burúkú òṣì tó ti kówó jẹ, tó ti báyé àwọn oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn ìjẹ́ ní káàkiri gbogbo the whole of the 36 states. Máa ṣe báyìí, máa pause, okay, and then máa wá gbé wọlé kẹ́ wá wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ gidi gan ní Kaduna State nígbà tí dodgy, when that dodgy fake latex silicone body mask Muhammadu Buhari went to Kaduna. Okay, watch that. I am going to release the tape now. You see? When Batamo security operatives from both the federal and the state cannot even coordinate themselves, they look at them. Federal versus state. Cherry, ìbọn náà yìnyẹn o, ìbọn ni wọ́n yìnyẹn o. You see, a woman too. See? You see? You see that? Federal might versus state might. These are the caliber of people ruling you. Their security operatives cannot even coordinate themselves. And just immediately after, the fake dodgy latex man that you called Muhammadu Buhari vacated the seat. This was exactly what then happened when people started shouting Bamaye, 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 Bamaye. I will again post that, and let me do something this way, guys. Yes, I think I'll do that after the show. Let's do this. See, then these people, these innocent people who are now fed up of misjustice and being neglected for the last 60 years, believing that, oh, the promise, they are now reacting to. I will go to Beresinija. Here we are. Bamayi. You see, in Kaduna State, the home of Nasiru El-Rufai, where he is the executive state governor. I will acknowledge each and every one of you guys. Just give me a minute. See, Kaduna State. You see, And you think Nasiru El Rufai love these people too? You see them? You see that? Excuse me. You see that? See? It's not just only in the south. Now this is Kaduna, northern Nigeria, Arewa Republic. They're burning. You see that? If that was to be in the southern part of Nigeria, those children and those youths must have been killed by the army. They must have deployed. Sanwo-Ola must have deployed the military to kill them. Had that happened in any of the southern states, I'll acknowledge each and every one of you guys when we are done. See, I've just flowed without taking any comments, but from now I'll leave the comments to the end of the show. Yes, and if they love their own people, they probably must have catered for them, and they must have provided them with all the good things of life that they will surely need. But it is not so. Now, as opposed to what you've seen and the way the black race are treating their own people, now I've played this once before, but for the benefit of those that must have not seen this, what I'm going to do is I am going to play this once again, and I will round up the stream, take your comment, and then end the show for today. Now, I want you to please watch this. You remember we started with money does not produce money, but money produce vision. And because money produce vision, in 50 years, the United Arab Emirates turned the hot desert into a paradise, a world-class paradise. Their own paradise is not heaven, no. Their own paradise is here on earth. They're not waiting to go to that paradise in heaven. As opposed to, in fact, before I do that, before I go into that, let me first of all show you, let me stream this for you. Let's go into this one. Their paradise is not in heaven. The Arabs, United Arab Emirates, they've created their own paradise on earth. Because you know what? They love their people. But your own people will tell you that your paradise is in heaven. Watch this, because I got this and I was told this was a church that collapsed in location 9. Now, watch this. See, you can see the structure is already cracking. Look at. Whoa! See that? Nigeria, 62 years after independence. Look at the quality of the structure. Look at the quality of the structure. See that?
Maybe come back for that place. This country now, I'm trying to release things.
Sorry. Is that not hell on earth? Please tell me. Is that not hell on earth? And because that happened, I got this tape from someone who I tagged this as an Igbo man critic on Jesus' frustrations and church collapse 2023. This particular tape, I'm afraid I am not going to be blaspheming on the name of Jesus Christ. I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. If you like yourself, you can blaspheme about Jesus Christ, about the Holy Bible. I am not going to go into that kind of blaspheming with anyone. I believe Jesus Christ existed, came to this world. I believe Jesus Christ walked through the surface of this planet. And I believe in the Holy Bible. I believe the scriptures. And I believe every word. Because from the book of creation to the book of Revelation, one word, 4-letter words that is constant from the book of creation to the book of Revelation is love. I once streamed that and I told you guys. But because, like I always say, black people, they don't know the value of the 4-letter words, love. No. That's why you see black people, they can use their own wife, their children, or their parents for money rituals. They can use anything ungodly to make ends meet. If they want power, they don't mind killing a day-old baby, to use a day-old baby's blood to have birth for themselves. Black race. After that collapse, then this came into my possession. And listen to this.
Because government and churches are partnering together. Because the churches are the chain that government used to change the brain of the poor masses so that they will keep on disturbing Jesus, to have the basic thing that government is supposed to do for them. I was sick in India. I stayed in the hospital for 7 days. I didn't pay dime because it is government hospital. When I was sick in the flight, Before we get to Qatar, ambulance has been waiting for me.
You see
They
that?
took me to Old Ahmed General Hospital, Doha, in Qatar. I was treated free of charge.
You see that?
For 2 days, I didn't pay dime. Now, when they are sick in Nigeria, instead of you to fight for them to have a good, better hospital, for government to give them all this thing, you tell them that Jesus will cure sickness. Show me where Jesus has made a crippled person to walk in your village. I will give you 1 million with a plot of land. Show me where Jesus make a blind to see in your compound, in your village, in your yard, in the street where you are living, even in your school. The crippled one that all of you joined study once in university or secondary school, they are still crippled today. You don't want to help yourself. Keep on wandering around. No, keep on moving from one prayer ministry. This year is your year, but you don't have any plan. Black race don't have any plan.
Black race don't have any plan.
They were jubilating. Crossover. What are you celebrating? Crossover. Which plan do you have to improve this world? Go and go to the internet now. Google Toyota car 2024. White people have designed it. If you can afford it now, pay. They will produce it and give to you, and that is what is going to provide more than 10,000 job opportunity in every village in their land, in the white man country. And the black man don't have such plan. The plan that the black man have is end time, rapture, prayer, Wednesday prayer, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. You are shouting Holy Ghost fire, 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 because you are a mad person. You are a mad dog. You want nothing. The world is too big for you to control because you are reading Bible. Manufactured by the Chinese, you call unbeliever. Now thousands have died in the church in Delta State. Why can't them rush them, those victims, to their church branch, to their next branch, so that they will use prayer and blood of Jesus to cure them? Now they have rushed them to FMC, to different hospital. So
that made sense to me, but not to blaspheme about Jesus.
And Pakistan, you call unbeliever to treat them. Oh, now they need the lab test, X-ray. Now MRI test is now needed. A CT scan is now needed. Some will not even have money to buy medicine. See, they are dying. So no, you can embrace technology. No more Holy Ghost come, Holy Ghost come. Only in Nigeria, where there is no electricity, is where Holy Ghost lives. you need technology, right? But it is worldly things, because they build a mansion for you in heaven. White man who slaved you during the slave trade, who changed you like animal, like dog. Later they came with a house in heaven. Black man from Anambra, from Enugu, where I came from, they have mansion. That is why your Christian leaders are protecting their life with soldier, police, well armed with AK-47, and they are covering you with the blood of Jesus. You are giving them your hard-earned money, making them rich, and they are telling you that Jesus will make you rich.
Correct. I agree to that.
You don't have sense of reasoning. You lack the ability to reason, and that when you have the ability to reason now, that is what qualifies you to be a human being. No, you ban Allah wherever they are, die. They dead, and this incident happened on Tuesday, on working days. And I want to ask you that is in Germany, or in Portugal, or in France, or in London, or in Italy, or in Norway, or in China, India, Cambodia, Vietnam, Holland. Have you seen them on Tuesday crying in the church? Have you seen the European citizens, the Portuguese who brought the Bible to you? Have you seen them left their job and gathered in one building in the name of praying to Jesus to give them money, protection? Have you seen it? I don't want to ask questions, because the Bible you are reading told you not to ask questions. Because people that don't want to reason. Because we are blacks. They rush them to hospital instead of their church branches for healing. May their soul revenge their deaths.
You see that? There are some part of it in which I'll never follow anybody to blaspheme. But then a critical analysis of the tape indicated he was actually speaking the truth, especially regarding the issue of the black race. Right, this one. I'll be bringing the stream to an end, and we'll have to go through your comments. Before I do that, yes, this is one of the ones I lined up for today's show, and I want you to please see this. Okay, you have to see this because this is the current situation on ground, and look at this very well. I got this, but I'm still going to examine. But I have a feeling it is Nigeria. Look at this particular clip, guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
It is Nigeria.
I get down. Yes.
You see that? You see that? You see that one too? You see that one too? Campaign. You see that?
This guy go fall down.
Boza! You see that? You see, that is definitely Nigeria. That is definitely location 9. No doubt about it. You can clearly see that. Why should they have to risk their lives? It's the question. Big question. Big question. And this last one is very important. I once played this, and you now see where money produce vision and money does not produce money. Did you hear that? Money does not produce money, but money produce vision. I want you to watch very carefully. A leader with a big heart of gold, and who clearly demonstrated he loved his own people. Watch this, as opposed to all your moronic elements. Guys, let's roll this, and I want you to please sail away with me on this.
القيادة فكر ودهاء. القيادة تريد صقل. القيادة تريد تعليم. القيادة تريد ممارسة واحتكاك. أنا أريدكم كلكم، نحن نتشرف بكم وبالمراكز اللي وصلتوا لها، ولا أريدكم أن تنظروا أقل من رقم 1، لأن رقم 1 واللي بعد 1 ما حد يعرفه.
You see that?
مشروع بدون مخاطرة.
There's no project without risk. Every project, life is full of challenges.
في كل خطوة
In every step we make, in every venture we take, lies a risk.
بدون تحديات.
Yes.
ولا مخاطر. بنكون كسولين فيها. كيف نتغلب على التحديات؟
How do we overcome challenges with positive energy?
إذا قام الصبح وعنده الطاقة الإيجابية ويكون فرح مع الناس ومبسوط وقادر على التحديات، تشوف حياة أحلى. قلت هذه الإشارة.
He chose this hand gesture. This is winning. Yes.
وهي نصر.
Yes.
من 3 حروف.
Listen.
ثالث شيء اللي
The third one stands for. Listen. I love you. See?
الوقت عندي أنا مثل الحياة.
Time.
أنت ما تقدر تخزنه. لأن الماضي ما في خط نهائي.
There's no end line for development. You see? For innovation.
والتميز.
See? There's definitely no end time.
كلنا.
All of us.
في هذه الدولة.
In this country.
نحب تراب الإمارات.
Love the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Yes, they do. Would you tell me I love Nigeria? No, sir. We are all one team. With the love they have for each other.
المركز الأول أخوانا محمد بن زايد أخوانا الكل.
All of us. We are all united here in shaping the United Arab Emirates.
كل منكم ساعد في تطوير الإمارات. كل واحد منكم جالس.
Everyone sitting here. Yeah.
هذا أنتم. ولا شفت تحدي مر على زايد وجنبه. لازم يتحداه ويغلبه. وهذا الشعور الإيجابي العالي ورثناه من زايد صراحة.
You see, a visionary leader.
التمكين، التعليم، التوطين.
Emirization. Education. See? Our first priority as a government. Sheikh Khalifa prioritize. Yes, you see that? And as you see, the Emirization dream. Look at that. The spirit of the union. Teams of the union. Flag of the union. Listen. The woman, the soul of all places. And where the soul lies. The spirit of the union. If the UAE can, the Arabs that brought Islam to you, the black race, if they cherish and they value education, and some mad elements now continue to say that Western education is sin, and the same AK-47 and the guns manufactured by the white education, the Western education is sin, is what they use in killing you. Are they all right? And you've not really even gone that far to examine all those. We started the stream on this note, and I want to remind you that the purpose for this was based on Dubai versus Nigeria in 50 years. That was based on that. And I am going to bring that in so that you can see that, and then I'll come back into the studio and I'll start taking all your comments. We started with this, guys, and I want you to please listen very, very carefully to Steve Harvey, who does this in 50 years. We started on this note, on this.
I don't know how you did this in 50 years. You look at history. Who does this? Show me anybody else that has done this in 50 years. I'm waiting. Show them to me. This wasn't done by money. Money doesn't produce visions. Visions produce money. You have leadership over here that were visionaries, great visionaries, and their vision was more about the people than the money, because you can't accomplish this in 50 years without loving your people first, because the people are the ones that benefit.
You cannot achieve that without loving your people. And you heard when he said, I love you. I love you. That hand. Have you ever seen any of your Have you ever seen any of this lot coming out to tell you publicly and openly that they love you? Have you? Or what they've done to you? Now, Shangodele is now promising you extra level after next level. In 2023, he wants to take you to extra level. And all this combined, what they've provided you is this. Mental torture. This. And guess what? That. Let's take your comment now. Yes, and I'll start acknowledging each and every one of you because I never acknowledged anyone since the beginning. Adejoke Balogun, thank you for watching the stream. You said, love me. Yes. Adejoke Balogun again, you said, you home. James Coker, you said, that is good. Latest, not the masses. Taiwo Banuso, thank you for watching the stream. You said, what a shame. Again, Taiwo Banuso, you said, wow, Lagos is now a shadow of itself. Esther Ewetuga JP, you said, election gimmicks, fraud from Tinubu, Lord have mercy. Steve Osagie, yes, you said, what more evidence do people know to convince them that location 9 is beyond redemption? And I'm unable to post that hand covering your face, Alaja Folake Alawiye, because it is an emoji. Mike Uyi, my good friend, said, I decided to go through the road from Benin City to Abuja, see for myself, and I spent 12 hours on the road. I'm not surprised. I think when I was in Nigeria, Mike Uyi, if you're still on the stream, I think I flew once inside Nigeria because after my session, when I was in search of June 12 in 2011, I had an appointment to interview Arthur Eze regarding June 12 and the parties that were with it. I interviewed Arthur Eze on a Saturday, and the next interview the next day on a Sunday in Ibadan was the late Are Alao Adishekola. So there was no way I can make Ibadan by road, because I finished my interview session with engineer Arthur Eze around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And in the next 24 hours, no, in fact, 12 midday was my appointment with Adishekola in Ibadan on Sunday. I remembered very well because everything was in my head. So there was no way I was going to make it. So the best alternative for me was to fly from Abuja to Lagos and then from Lagos go straight to Ibadan. That was how I flew for the first time. I think the airline I took was Aero, was it Aero Contractor or something like that? And I was praying. And guess how much was the flight ticket? 70,000 naira. One way. Leg from Abuja to Lagos. 70,000 naira. With an aircraft that was poorly maintained. And I've traveled from Lagos to Minna. We left Lagos 6 o'clock. We left Ido terminus 6 o'clock by car, by road in the morning. And we arrived Minna. Guess what time? 10 o'clock at night. Thank God I had already booked because I used to have a dedicated hotel that I'll just phone them that I'll be arriving so that they can book me my room, and anytime I arrive, I'll just go straight. I'm not surprised, Mike Oye. Stephanie Sinota, good evening. Thanks for watching the stream, Stephanie. Again, Mike Oye, you said you're here, watching the evil Nigeria. Yes, I'm sure if it was 4 years ago, Mike Oye, you will say Frank is a terrible human being that I was bringing down instead of repairing the nation. Because as at that time, you were very conversant and you were in and out of the UK to see the Inspector General of Police at the time. He was your friend. Taiwo Banuso, you said, this is terrible. Thank you. Elisha Oyedele, yeah, I think I've seen you 1 or 2 times. You said true talk. Chuka Iwena, yes, you're big. Yeah, your name is now coming straight. Thank you, sir, for your help. So says by you. Elijah Folake Alawiye, you said amazing. Esther Ewetuga JP, yes, I remember that when I was playing Wosumo Olorun Wosumo. Elijah Folake Alawiye said mad people everywhere. Taiwo Banuso, you said Nigeria is a joke. Self-determination will move. Yes, Emmanuel Evans, Chinazo, Uchelo. Yes, good evening. Uche Timothy Luma, good evening. Mike Oye said, a total shame of memories. Indeed. Amina Olayinka Yailori, based in Yorkshire, in Bradford. Maybe if he bears his real names, this boss won't be much. Yes, I know you're referring to Shangodele, Yekini Shangodele. Yes. Mike Oye, again, you said there was no discrimination against anyone from other states in Nigeria. In short, Yorubas are very civilized people, no doubt about that. And the Benin too. Elijah Folake Lawiye, you said Benny. Mike Oye, you said Frank, you are very correct with this education matter, which is I know very well. You know it very well too, yes. Elijah Folake Lawiye. Ide Kevin, yes, I said I'll acknowledge every one of you. I'm seeing that for the first time. You said, hi Frank, maybe you've been one of my silent viewer. Yes, Yemi Foluke, when people were buying fans, fridges, etc. Yes, I remember when you made that comment. That was during the Udoji period. Again, Yemi Foluke, you said yes. Esther Ewetuga, you said go on. One of Nigeria Genesis downfall. Correct. I remember again when I was in the middle of that. Alaja Folake Alawiye, Lord have mercy on us. Elisha Oyedele, you said, wow. Esther Ewetuga JP. Happy glorious Sunday, Mr. Frank Bello and everyone on the platform. Thank you for that. Christian Okpara, yes, how are you? Greetings, Mr. Frank Bello. Love Doris. I'm not too sure if you're still very much around. Nigeria as a nation does not exist now. It has long expired since January 1, 2014. Love Doris, you greeted everyone. Timmy Kingswell. He said, good evening, Mr. Frank Bello. Yes, from the top. And Daranijo Jumwa. Yes, he said, good evening, Mr. Frank Bello, sir. Yemi Foluke. Again, nice one. Nearer my God to thee. Yes, indeed. Steve Osage. Yes, a very good evening, Prof. All of you, you're giving me Prof. Alaja Folake Alawiye again. He said, good evening. Yes, that was the embryo stages. Yemi Foluke. Yes, James Coker. Adeshomoju. Yes, Akinboye. He said, doctor. Yes. And yes, guys. And I'm pretty sure others, they've left other comments as well. James Coker, let me post it. You said, the person is lucky that Fulani didn't kill him or she. Lots of love. And Daranijo Juwon, I think this is you actually. Is it you? No. Yeah, Daranijo Juwon. Let me post your comment. He said, enjoy your chat. Educational subject. Thank you very much for that. Al Sam. I'm seeing your name for the first time. You said, good day, Baba Frank. One love from Manchester. You must have been one of my secret admirer or secret viewer who's been watching the stream secretly. Okay, guys, thank you all for coming to watch this episode of The Bleeding Edge. It is episode 144 of The Bleeding Edge today. And guess what? The time in London is 2036. Exactly. Today is Sunday, the 23rd day of the first month of January 2022. I've been on streaming, not too bad, 2 hours and 38 minutes exactly. Now, guys, let us bring this live stream to an end, just as I remind you of this. Yes, and on this note, I'd like to say thank you all for watching this stream. We're going to do it again, and the next one will be episode 145 of The Bleeding Edge. Yes, you have to click the subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching the stream live on YouTube, and then click like, the thumb up, and then the bell icon on YouTube. On Facebook, from whichever any of the feeds you're watching it from, just click like and then following, and then you'll be alerted anytime I come live. Guys, thank you for watching the stream. Let's bring it to an end. We're going to screw it up the way we normally do in the next episode, so watch out. I can come live anytime, and until that time, have a great week, and please take good care of yourselves. Keep safe. COVID is real. Wherever you have to go, don't forget your mask. Wear your mask, and make sure that you eat and you drink food that will boost your immune system. Times are really hard for each and every one of us now. Have a great week, and we'll screw it up again the next time. Thanks for watching the stream. Good luck. Bye.